YouTube and welcome to another GV anime review. First of all, sorry for not uploading last week. Past weekend I had a tournament and for the last week I was actually at a scientific conference in Romania, therefore the delay in uploading. But today I am back with another anime review. And originally I was going to review Irotuku The World in Colors, which is like the final anime from fall 2018 that I still need to review. But last night I finally got around to watch an anime movie that I had been wanting to watch for a really long time, and that was Kimi no Suizou wo Tabetai, or I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. A bit of a peculiar title for an anime movie, but this movie had been on my radar for a very long time, because the synopsis and the storyline looked like something that I would 100% enjoy. Before I get to the review, I must warn you that I will tell spoilers about the movie in this review. So if you haven't seen I Want to Eat Your Pancreas yet, then I highly advise you go watch the movie and then come back to this video to hear my thoughts about it. The story of I Want to Eat Your Pancreas focuses on Haruki Shiga, a 17-year-old high school student who isn't very sociable, let's say. The only thing that he does is reading books, he has no friends at all, and basically no interest in other people. Now one day, by chance, Haruki finds the diary of his classmate Sakura Yamauchi and discovers that she has a terminal pancreatic illness. Now, Sakura hasn't told anybody except her parents about her illness, but she trusts Haruki with her secret and the two of them start to spend more and more time together. Time that will, let's say, change the both of them as certain doom comes closer every day. The first thing that I really liked in I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is just the overall story. Like, if you have been watching my reviews for a while, then you know that I am a total sucker for sappy stories like this. This is totally my thing. I love these kind of bittersweet storylines, and I Want to Eat Your Pancreas definitely had a very bittersweet taste. Like, the very first thing that we see in this movie is Sakura's funeral. So from the start, we know that Sakura is going to die. And then the rest of this movie is actually most of the time really happy. I laughed a lot with this movie, I was smiling a lot. But all the time there was this very bitter taste in the background, because you knew that this story, or I knew that this story wouldn't get a happy ending. Sakura would die at a certain point, and it was only a matter of time before both I and the characters in the movie had to face that fact. But it's just, these are the kind of storylines that I absolutely adore, and the ones that I will remember for a long time. My second very big positive point about I Want to Eat Your Pancreas was the message that this anime movie wanted to convey. Now, this movie wasn't super emotional to me, I will get back to that, but I adored the deep message that it wanted to bring to the viewers. And that message is just live your life. Live your life to the fullest, because you never know when it's going to be too late. Like, go after all your goals and all your dreams. And that is a very important message to me, because it is a mantra that I live by. The day that I am about to pass away, I want to be able to leave this earth without any regrets, which is why I am chasing all of my goals, all of my dreams. And especially like Sakura in this movie was the pure embodiment of that sentence. She lived every day like it was her last day, because she knew that it could be her last day. And that is something that we all can learn a lot from. And like, I think it has only been like 4 or 5 months that I was brutally remembered of that fact when a old high school classmate of mine sadly passed away because of terminal cancer, and she was 25. So it's at those moments that I truly realize that life is so short and so precious, and that all of us should live it to the maximum. And my third positive point was that I felt a really strong connection with our main male character Haruki. because the development that he had in the span of the movie is sort of the same transformation as I went through. Like when I was in middle and in high school, also I was a very introvert, shy, almost invisible teenager. Like I didn't really have a lot of friends. I did have some, but let's say that I lived a very atypical teenage life or student life. Like I never went to parties. And I didn't really have like a big group of friends that I did things with, meaning that I spent a lot of my time in my teenage years alone. Which is like, I felt a very strong connection with Haruki, like how he was in the beginning of the movie. But just like Haruki did, I also started to bloom open when I went through university in my case. Unfortunately for me, it wasn't because of a girl, but also I completely changed. I went through a total transformation to the very open person that I am right now. And as some of you might know, also anime actually played quite an important role in that. Then let's move on to the things that I won't say that I disliked in this movie, but things that were a little bit different than I expected and that I anticipated. And the first thing of that, and a very important thing, was actually the ending or the way how Sakura eventually died. Like I had this scheme in my head of the way how Sakura would die. I thought we were going to get like a pretty extensive death scene where Sakura would like slowly pass away in the presence of Haruki. You know, like a death scene like we got in Anohana the Flower We Saw That Day, or in Clannad, or in Sword Art Online 2, the final episode. You know, because that is shit that I can't handle. That are things that I will definitely cry my eyes out with. But here in this movie, Sakura's death was such a surprise. Like it came totally out of the blue for me, and I was completely stunned. Like that they just, I don't know, yeah, Sakura was just murdered. Like that was just totally different than I was anticipating. And I think that is the reason why I didn't cry with this movie at all. There wasn't a single point where I really felt like crying, because I was expecting that Sakura's death was like going to be stretched out much more, which to me would have been much more emotional. And connected to that comes my second point, being that I still have a lot of quite dark questions about Sakura's death. Like I still, as I said, I still have a lot of very dark questions about the moment that she died, because she was murdered, she was stabbed to death. And I don't really want to get too deep into this, because honestly, when I start thinking about it, I get some very, very depressing thoughts in my head. But I can't help but wonder, like, what were her thoughts? What did she feel like the moment she actually died? What did she think? Was she afraid? Was she sad? Because it wasn't her time to go yet. She knew she was going to die quite soon, but not that soon. I think she still had a lot of plans, things that she wanted to do with Haruki. But as I said, I really don't want to get too deep into this, because I get very depressing thoughts from that. But like that is something that I will kind of remember when thinking about this movie. So as a conclusion, to me, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas was a movie like Koe no Katachi. It wasn't a super emotional movie, I didn't cry with the movie, but it had a very strong message in a very beautiful storyline. So I really, really enjoyed watching this movie, and I'm very happy that I finally got to watch it. So I am going to give I Want to Eat Your Pancreas the same rating as I gave to Koe no Katachi, being 4 out of 5 stars. Like, if you are a fan of, let's say, the sappy coming of age genre like I am, then I definitely recommend watching this movie. You will not regret it. There are a ton of recommendations that I can make for I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. In terms of movies, I recommend watching Koe no Katachi or A Silent Voice, Kimi no Nawa or Your Name, Anthem of the Heart, and In This Corner of the World, which I never did a review on, but be assured I definitely enjoyed that one. In terms of series, I highly recommend watching Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso or Your Lie in April. They have a very similar storyline, and also the way how the drama and everything was done, it's very alike between the movie and this series. And as you also probably know, Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso is like one of my all-time favorite animes. I also definitely recommend watching Angel Beats because of the way how Angel Beats also talks about death and what happens after you die. And my final recommendation is Plastic Memories, also because of the connection in like how should I say it, like certain death that is coming. And with that, I conclude my review of I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. If you want me to review a particular anime or have a recommendation for an anime that I should definitely watch, then definitely put it down in the comments below. So if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, visit me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to this channel for more reviews in the future. And I will say arigatou gozaimasu, and I will see you all in the next video.